Welcome to the Thriving Artist Podcast, where we share strategies and support for artists to thrive.
We know that the art world can feel like a lonely place, and we want to provide a network of support, impactful strategies, and an abundance of encouragement to help you grow your authentic art career.
We're your hosts. I'm Jamie Smith.
And I'm Kaylin Butine, and we are also the co-founders of the Thrive Together Network, a community of female and non-binary identifying artists and artists who are caregivers.
We truly believe in community over competition, and we're so glad you're here. Enjoy this episode.
Hello, welcome back to the Thriving Artists Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kaylin Butine.
And I'm your second host, Jamie Smith. And today we're exploring 5 reasons you need to call yourself an artist. This topic is very close to our hearts because we really want artists to step forward in the world, own their identities. You know, we talk a lot about our program called Taking Up Space. We encourage our members to put on exhibitions of their work and getting their work out there. But we thought it would be fun to talk about how artists need to get out there and kind of step forward and say who they are as capital A artists.
Yes. For some reason, this does seem to be something that a lot of artists struggle with. I think especially female artists or artists who feel a bit more like marginalized in the art world. It's like we have to wait until we reach this like certain goal, or we have to achieve this like level to unlock the ability to call ourselves an artist, or like the right, you know, quote unquote, the right to call ourselves an artist. And I just think the problem with that kind of thinking is that there's always a new goal, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's just this trap that you fall into to keep thinking that you need to achieve like more and more in order to validate ourselves and to claim our artist identity. So we are here today to just tell you to stop and just say it. Say, I'm an artist. I'm a capital A artist. You don't have to say that outside of art world context, but, you know, just introducing yourself and saying like, yes, I'm an artist. It's just so important. So what are some of the reasons, Jamie, that we want artists to call themselves artists?
So the first reason we want you to proudly call yourself an artist is self-affirmation. So your identity, it is important that it has to start with you. It's the artist that is going to kind of lead this whole process, and we need to work on ourselves first. So we put so much passion and love and effort into our craft, and it's time we kind of put that into ourselves and our identity. And by owning our identity and self-affirming that this is who we are kind of breaking out of this trap. And I love what Kaylin said before about it can always feel like we're stuck in trying to get a new goal and we're never actually embracing where we're at. Mm-hmm. And I hate to be cliche, but I think it's very much about also the patriarchy, about creating a system where we have to be at a certain level to be able to say the thing. And it just kind of keeps people down and it keeps artists small. And so we want to, you know, from the inside, start owning our identity. And I think it's so important. There's my soapbox rant for
I love it. I mean, this whole episode's kind of a soapbox, but I love it.
I think it's important.
It's so needed. Yes, self-affirmation is the first reason. The second reason is about setting intentions. So when you call yourself an artist, it just sets this clear intention, right? You're putting it out into the world that you are an artist. It's this commitment to yourself, kind of like you talked about with self-affirmation. It's like, yes, you need it to come from within, but then you also need to project it outward, you know? And I think when you call yourself an artist, it becomes this thing that can be your guide. It can lead the intentions that you want for yourself, for your career. It's a lot about aligning with our purpose, I think.
Well, I think we're talking like it starts from the inside. Then, whether you believe it or not, you're creating this intention and this
Hmm.
purpose. And then our third reason is about perception. So now we're talking about other people, and how you see yourself is how others are going to see you. So if
Hmm.
you can confidently identify as an artist, and others people are going to see that confidence and take you seriously, and they're going to look at your work, and they're going to
Hmm.
consider buying your work. And no one wants to kind of enter your world if you're feeling confident, not confident and unsure.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
if you're excited about what you're doing, you're excited about who you are as an artist, that just draws people in. And
Hmm.
it's, practicing talking about your work and talking about the kind of artist you are and what you believe in goes such a long way. I mean, we do sessions at Art and Tea. We've done, Kaylin, you've led about our artist elevator pitch.
Hmm.
We kind of have talked a lot about how we can learn to kind of talk about ourselves because it does draw people in, and that's what we want.
Yes. I think we think there's like the Hallmark movie version of this where, oh, I'm just this like, woman who just does this thing, and then somebody like stops in and sees it on the side, like over in the corner, and they're like, what? Like, what an amazing thing you create. Like, here's a big career. Let me just hand this to you. And it's like, no, you have to put that perception out into the world. Like, you have to do the work of saying, I'm an artist. Nice to meet you. Like, you want to hear more about my work, like it doesn't happen. Like, it's not Cinderella, like
Well, it's not the teen movie where she takes off her glasses and now she has her painted overalls, she takes off
yes.
her glasses, and now she's an artist.
She's an artist. Yes.
Yeah,
No.
I
Nobody's
like it.
nobody's coming, from somewhere else and just gonna discover you. It's like you got to put yourself out there and call yourself an artist so that you shape that perception of who
Love
you
it.
are. So our fourth reason that you need to start calling yourself an artist is about motivation. Identifying as an artist can actually serve as just this constant reminder of your passion, your drive. It can help you continually, strive and grow as an artist because you're constantly putting yourself out there. So then you kind of, you're actually living this thing that you want people to see. Like
Mhm.
you can't, step away from it anymore because it's like, I'm out there, I'm an artist.
You
Yes, I got
can't
to keep
hide.
going.
You're out
No,
there.
you've put it out there. And that's like such a good thing because that motivation, like as you become known as an artist, that motivation of other people acknowledging you and being plugged into artist communities and different things, it's almost like that validation becomes motivation. Um,
Well, and it's sort of that step to being a professional. It's this like
yes.
working artist idea, not this idea that that original kind of elevator pitch could be like, I just make a few things sometimes,
Yeah.
and we've all done it. I did at the beginning, or,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I draw a little bit.
Hmm.
It's such a different thing when I am an artist. And now I am motivated because I kind of have to prove this thing that I'm putting out in the world.
Yes.
And that really worked for me to change the language I was using was huge.
Yes. It's a little fire under your butt.
Yeah, which you need. We need in the art studio sometimes. Rumination and absolute panic are my two modes as an
Yes.
artist.
Yes.
So, our final reason why you need to call yourself an artist out in the world is about community. So, when you say you're an artist, you are putting yourself as part of this community of worldwide artists. I mean, we see it every day at Thrive. We have artists that come in and say, I'm not sure what have that sort of
That hesitancy.
hesitancy, that hiding. And then all of a sudden, when you're surrounded by people that are calling themselves artists, it changes everything.
Yeah.
And by showing up as that artist and feeling powerful about that, you're going to inspire other people.
Hmm.
You're going to bring connections, collaborations, and friendships
Hmm.
towards you. And that is going to support this journey. It's way more fun out there in the world as an artist when you have other artists around you and be able to talk shop. And our Art and Tea Tuesdays, that is the best, because it's just, you can say the things that artists say and
Yes.
everyone's just shaking their heads. Yep, yep, yep.
Yes.
So it's a
Yes.
lot of fun.
Absolutely.
um Thank you so much for tuning in. This was our soapbox episode, but I loved it. We believe that you can affirm your identity, set clear intentions, influence perceptions, stay motivated, and embrace community, all by just saying, I'm an artist in the world.
Yes.
That's so powerful. It's amazing.
Yes. And not just once, but saying it over and over and just claiming that identity and claiming that space. So we really invite you into that practice if you're not there yet. And if maybe you've been there in the past and you need to come back to that, definitely this is your invitation. So you can learn more about what we offer and join our community of thriving artists if you head to thrivetogethernetwork.com. You can also get more episodes wherever you listen to this one. We have a YouTube channel if you'd like to watch us instead of just listen. As always, Jamie and I are here for you. We are cheering you on, and we believe in the work that you are doing as thriving, capital A, artists. Thank you.